Well, hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. I got a little bit of a haul. This is over the past couple weeks, just here, there, um, Costco, Bath and Body Works, Winners, Shoppers, etc., etc. So I just came back from taking Sophie for a walk, so I'm kind of filming kind of late. It was so hot and humid here. It was like Dante's Circle of Hell. It was just so hot. So it finally cooled off after a bit of a rain, so Sophie had to go chase her rabbits. So just came back from there, so the lighting might be a little bit dark and dreary. So I went to Bath and Body Works just to see if they had new fall candles, but I guess they're coming out next week. So they did still have some $10 candles on, so I did get my London Tea and Lemon. I just absolutely love this. I don't get tired of this scent. My husband cooked some seafood the other night, put this on, and you couldn't smell it anymore. So this covers up quite a few smells. It's very strong. I also got three hand soaps. I got another suntan. It's a really nice kind of a floral sunscreeny kind of smell. And then I got two of the Lakeside Afternoons. And to tell you the truth, I didn't even smell this in the store. I have no shame. I got them just for the labels. We do have a red canoe, which we take on our camping trips. So feeling kind of nostalgic about that. So, but I did smell it when I got home, and it really is a nice kind of a watery, aquatic kind of smell. And then I got, to get it up to $30 for the 10 off, I got the Mimosa and Mint hand cream. And this smells a lot like the mint julep hand cream that they had last year. Actually, I think it's pretty well exactly the same thing. Oh, it's nice. It's just that fresh, authentic mint. A little bit of fruity note in there too. Very nice. And then we went to a music festival here in London. Every weekend in Victoria Park they have a food festival or a music festival. And anyway, Frank always takes me down because he knows I love shopping. They always have vendors set up there. So I was in one aisle looking at some jewelry or something, and he was kind of pointing across going, check out that sweater, it's beautiful, look at the color, and you got to get it and all this. So I walked over and saw this beautiful sweater. It's actually made of, it's made in Peru, and it's made of alpaca wool. So Frank liked it so much. He just loved the color. There was other colors there to choose from, and I couldn't decide, but I did keep coming back to this one, and so did Frank. So he bought it for me. He liked it so much, and it is really quite a gorgeous sweater. And then Frank's generosity continued. He won $100 on a scratch ticket, and he gave it to me and said, here, do what you want with it. So thank you, dear. Anyway, so I've been watching all these beauty gurus, the tutorials and reviews and everything, and everyone's absolutely been raving about this Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette. And it was 55 Canadian. And I told myself I would never spend that kind of money on makeup. But I've seen people do different looks with this on their tutorials, and even people with my fair skin and complexion and that were pulling off these really wonderful looks. And I thought these are the colors I absolutely love. So I finally went into Sephora, and with my lottery winnings, I bought the Modern Renaissance palette. And these are based on the Renaissance paintings, those rich, vibrant colors. There's beautiful taupes and kind of terracotta and reds, and there's just absolutely gorgeous. I think there's two of the kind of shimmeries, and the rest are kind of mattes, and I think there's a couple like just satin finishes. But I've seen people do, oops, there goes the brush, do so many different looks. Like there's not just one or two, three looks. There's so many different looks. And these colors, I mean, I've seen a lot of people do kind of summer type looks, but this just screams fall to me. And I have tried a few looks, and it's so creamy. The formulation is out of this world. I can see why people are raving about it. So I figured there's 14 colors, so I figured at $3 for each color. That's kind of how I justified it. Plus I really didn't buy it. I used some money from Frank, really. But anyway, and I have to figure out what to do with the rest of the money. But anyway, yeah, everyone is just raving about that, and I can see why. It's gorgeous. So Forever 21, I just got some socks. They were like $1.90 each. So I got the little crabs. I love rabbits. I got rabbits, more rabbits. And in winters, I really do like to get a good brush cleaner. I bought some from Sephora for when I go away, kind of portable size kind of brush cleaners for the makeup. This one is by You Cosmetics, and this is in the fragrance lavender, and it's one of those that it has alcohol in it, so you spray it on your brushes, sweep the brush over a towel, and because of the alcohol they dry fairly quickly. And this one actually does smell like a nice herbal lavender scent. I think they had rose water scent too. But this is a really good deal. This thing is huge. It's like 16 ounces or 473 mils, and it was $8. This thing's going to last me forever. So this is great for in between the deep cleaning. Whenever I put my makeup on, I always clean my brushes right away, and they just dry fairly quickly, and they're ready for the next time. So I've been trying to look for some blushes with bronzers with a reddish tone. I find some just too orangey. When I get some sun, I do not turn into a bronze goddess. I turn into a baked lobster. So I need something that looks more natural than orange. So I did find a couple of bronzers that kind of have a reddish undertone and look much more natural. So I got this Wet n Wild Color Icon in Bikini Contest. And this one, now this lighting's kind of crappy, but it might look a bit orangey, but it does come off on my skin as like a reddish tone. And this one does not have any very, very little shimmer. It's not glittery or sparkly or anything like that. But yeah, this lighting's not that great, but it does come off as kind of a more natural look because it's got that reddish undertone to it. And another one is Annabelle Cosmetics, and that's a Canadian company here. And this one is in Haute Gold, and again this one has a bit of a red undertone to it. So if you concentrate your brush down here, it's a little lighter, and then up here it gets a little bit darker. But again, it has that reddish undertone, so it just looks more natural on me. Another foundation that's been raved about on YouTube and that finally came out in Walmart Canada here is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. The Pro Matte I haven't tried because it's more for oily skin or a combination, and my skin's dry. But this is very, very lightweight. It's kind of watery, so it's very lightweight, but it has medium coverage. I mean, it has a bit of a glow, but I mean, it's not like people can see you from the space station or anything like that. To me, it's a fairly subtle glow. Though if you have oily skin, it's going to maybe be a little too glowy. But I really, really do like that one. And the concealer I use for under my eyes. I always have dark circles. I have the blue veins underneath my eyes, and it doesn't matter how much sleep I get, I look tired. So this one is an old packaging. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind dark spotty eraser, and this is in fair/light. The one thing about these are very creamy, and I just blend it in with my finger, and the heat from my finger kind of makes it blend without getting cakey. This one is in the color Neutralizer, so it has kind of a yellow undertone, which kind of counteracts those kind of bluish circles. And then I got, this one is in Brightener, so it's got a pinky undertone to it to kind of brighten up the under eye. So those are probably my favorite concealers underneath the eye there. If you want some bang for your buck blush-wise, the e.l.f. blush palettes, they're $8 here in Canada, but you get a very large mirror, and then you get 4 very highly pigmented blushes, so they work out to like $2 each. This is in dark. Some of these would probably be a little too dark for me, but if I put them on very, very light and then just put some powder over it, they do work out. And I got the palette. Ooh, come on, in light. And yeah, these are just so highly pigmented, these things. So what you can do, these actually pop out, these individual blushes pop out, so you can take both palettes and just mix and match them. Yeah, these are very dark, but they're so beautiful. And yeah, if just use a light hand. They're just, I mean, for $2 for each blush, and they're highly pigmented, they're very good quality. You can find those at the Superstore, and Loblaws, and Annabelle's, and the Canadian company. This their blushes are like under $6, and this one is in the number 51, which is, sometimes they have the names on it, but this one didn't. But this is a rosy gold, and again, they're very highly pigmented, just a little bit of a shimmer, not too much. But these Annabelle blushes are quite nice too. And the Milani eyeshadows, this one is in Bare Necessities, and then this one is in Earthy Elements. And these Milani shadows are very, very nice. This kind of orangey one is, they're so highly pigmented and creamy, and they blend so nicely. This one's a nice, it's almost like a purpley brown. It's very original, very pretty, but look how pigmented those are. Yeah, those are very, very good palettes. And then I went to Costco, and I love history. I love the medieval times. If I wasn't a nurse, I'd be a history teacher. And especially the medieval times, I don't know what it is about that time period. I just find it very fascinating. But these were like $10 each, and they take place in like 1665. This one just takes place during the plague, and I don't know if it's kind of a murder mystery, I guess, but it kind of takes place in London during the plague. And this one takes place during the fire of London. So yeah, I just love those medieval stories. And this one is another one that takes place in 1196. And he's got quite a series of these, and it just follows a coroner during that time where he's investigating strange happenings or deaths and everything like that, and really, really interesting stories. And this one is a series by Oliver Poch. He's a German and it's translated from German, and it's about a hangman, and how isolated they are in their families, and what he has to go through, and he also investigates deaths and things like that, and how he deals with hanging people, especially like his neighbor or something, or people he knows, and it's a really, really good series. But anyways, there's just something about medieval times. Just anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I was going to show you some of my new lipsticks, but I have so many. So if you want to see my lipstick collection, I can go outside the house without a stitch of makeup on. Doesn't faze me. I don't care. But I need lipstick on, and I've always been like that. So if you do want to see my lipstick collection, Wet n Wild, Milani, L'Oreal, Maybelline, you name it, just let me know. But anyway, I think that's it anyhow. So everyone have a great week, and try to stay cool, and we'll see you soon. Everyone take care. Bye-bye.